Gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome in. You have found the Four-Dimensional Male channel. I appreciate you. If you haven't seen the first couple of videos, go ahead and pop back. Take a look at fitness, take a look at finance. We'll talk about friends today, and then we'll talk about females on the fourth dimension of the Four-Dimensional Male. Really my take on kind of the Renaissance man, kind of what it means to be a modern man. So if you haven't seen the first couple of videos, check them out, please. Hit subscribe if you want to see what else we have to say. Also, throw a comment down below if there's something you want to hear me talk more about. I will throw more videos up around each one of these concepts because there's literally so much that I want to share with you guys and that I have to share around these different topics. We're really just sort of tip of the iceberg, as we might say, just trying to describe kind of what these four dimensions are and what they mean. So friends, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. It's an interesting Greek quote that holds a lot of truth. We are the sum of the people we hang out with the most. You ever hang out with a friend group that you haven't spent a lot of time with, or that you're meeting a new friend and they bring you kind of to their friend group, and you start to see that it's interesting, like the people start to sort of dress alike, they kind of have the same vernacular, like there's the same sort of sayings, right? We become sort of, we're tribal, and so we become sort of assimilated to this group of people that we hang out with the most. And that group of people can either be helping you ascend and lifting you up, or that group of people can be holding you back. And it's important for you to take a look at that and figure out, who are these people that I hang out with the most? And honestly, is it benefiting your life and benefiting your career? And is it helpful to you? Or are you stuck in a rut hanging around with people that really honestly kind of maybe annoy you a lot? People that are not very positive, that are not supportive. We have some of those people in our life. And one of the things you need to do is you need to evaluate what those relationships are. And you need to start making some hard decisions around who are the people that you are going to hang out with the most. Your network is your net worth. And what that means is that most of the jobs that I've got over the years have been through referrals. So it's been me knowing somebody or me knowing somebody who knows somebody, right? It's far easier for a friend or a friend of a friend to hand a resume to a hiring manager and say, hey, I know Michael, he kicks ass, hire this guy, than to be in a stack of 1,000 resumes and try to stand out. So that's the point of having that network. It's not only to, have fulfillment around having close friends, but it's also because those people are hopefully sharing the same dreams and desires and the will to want to try to become a better person. Because there's the vast majority of people do not support you and do not want to do that. It's sad to say, but there's only a small percentage of you that are going to succeed, right? There's only a small percentage of us that are in that top 15, top 10%. So the vast, vast majority of people are going to be trying to hold you back. And it's that crab pot mentality that I talked about in the intro video, where they see someone rising up and climbing out, and instead of supporting them and helping push them and elevate them up, they're pulling them down. What you want is those folks that are helping push you, or even better, what you need is a group of friends, specifically a group of men, if you are a man, pulling you up out of that crab pot, showing you the way to get out of there. Because you can languish down there like I did, because I didn't have a good friend group, and I figured it out and I was able to, scrape and crawl and get my way out. But why not have a group of men that are helping you and helping you achieve what you want to achieve by helping pull you out of that and help elevate you as you move up, right? So it's not just friends, right? A lot of people say, family first, family comes first. And, God bless those people, because if you were born into a good family, you didn't choose that, you got lucky. I was not that lucky. So I wasn't born into a great family, but I hung around those people for far too long, and they kept holding me back and holding me down. And once I finally was able to kind of surround myself with more positive people, some more positive friends, I just watched my income double and then double again, and my career continue to grow, because now I didn't have that burden, that anchor on me of these folks who are just really weighing down on you and really taking your energy, and you know, you're putting more energy into a relationship than you're getting back out of it. So that's something to look at also with your friends. Like, sometimes you just have to test and just sit back a little bit and see, you know, are you the one that's always initiating? Are you the one always reaching out? Are you the one always inviting to dinner? Hey, let's go out, let's go do this. Take a step back and take a breath and just kind of evaluate where that friendship's at. Ideally, a friendship is mutual, you know, 50-50. Maybe it's not exactly 50-50, but you should at least feel like you're not giving more than the other person. Or even if you are, if you're still getting more out of that relationship, then that's a positive as well. And it isn't just about using people and trying to figure out who I can get to get the most stuff out of. The point being is that, you know, we're not keeping score in friendships, but if you're putting more energy into a friendship than you're getting back out of it, then that's energy you could be spending somewhere else. And quite frankly, when you find that small group of men who are on the same wavelength as you and that are trying to achieve the same way that you are, that are maybe even in the same career field, because that's what happened to me. I found a bunch of men that are in sales that are accelerating and doing well. They will take you along for that ride. They will remember when you guys were down in the pits and you guys were struggling and working hard. And then once one person ascends in that friend group, they will bring those people with them. It happens all the time, especially in sales. You'll see it all the time in sales. You'll see a sales director or a VP of sales go to another company, and then watch what happens. Boom, the dominoes start falling. Boom, they bring their guys over, they bring their other guys over. And it's the same group that you've had success with before and that you know is proven. And so that's why they're bringing you back and they're bringing that group back. So Michael, how do I find these friends, right? How does that happen? Well, part of it is what we've talked about in the intro video when we were saying becoming a higher value man, like getting your fitness and your finances in order, automatically attracts those other types of men. It doesn't just attract women, but it does attract women, but it also attracts those type of men. And so that's how you can start to build that group. But if you're still in that sort of building stage, like, you know, where do I go? What do I do? Well, I think you got to take a good look at your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? There are a lot of you guys out there that do not have hobbies. You don't have anything to do. So when you get done with work, you come home, crack a beer, watch TV, watch sports, whatever it is. That's not a hobby. You've got to have a hobby. And it doesn't just mean, it's not just for the purpose of meeting other men. It's also to elevate yourself as a man. Women are interested in men who have exciting hobbies. So for instance, I just joined the San Diego Sport Bike Club a couple of months ago. So once a month, I go ride sport bikes. So, you know, I had a gal ask me, hey, do you want to have brunch on Sunday? And I was like, no, I can't. I'm going on a motorcycle ride with my motorcycle gang. Motorcycle gang. But yeah, motorcycle club, right? You can hit up some sports if that's something you like to do. Just go to Meetup and look at different things that are coming up in your area. That's a great little application or a website that shows all kinds of interests. If you want to learn about crypto, go to Meetup, learn about crypto. You've got to have some kind of hobbies though. You go hiking, whatever it is, whatever something that you're interested in, you've got to have energy directed towards that because that makes you a more well-rounded person. You want to know a great hobby to pick up? If you want to get to the fourth dimension that we're talking about, learn how to play a musical instrument. Yes, go pick up a guitar, learn how to play the piano, even the ukulele, play the flute, do some jazz flute, Ron Burgundy style. Music is universal and it's one of the, it's just one of those hobbies that not only women, but universally people appeal to, right? So if you have any kind of musical talent whatsoever, go ahead and lean towards that or gravitate towards that. And even if you don't, I have a degree in jazz guitar. I didn't get that because I was just born with some inherent musical ability. I got it because I started studying the guitar and I loved playing the guitar. And then it eventually led to me studying with Jay Roberts, who's the son of Howard Roberts, the famous fusion guitarist. And then, eventually I went to school and studied jazz guitar. So the point being, find a hobby that can get you to meet people, but that also makes you more a well-rounded and more interesting individual. And gentlemen, you've got to take a look at those people you hang out with the most. Are you hanging out with the boys from back in the day? How are those guys doing? Are they successful? Is that where you want to be? And it doesn't mean you have to leave them or leave those friends behind, but you need a circle of friends. You need an inner circle, and then you have concentric circles that move out. You have that tight group, those 3 to 5 men that you are congruent with, that understand what you're trying to achieve, that are maybe along the same path as you. And then you have those other close friends, but not really people that you share a lot with, and then acquaintances. And then that's sort of your network and your group of people that you have in your life. To do that, you've got to get some kind of hobbies. You've got to get out of the house. Like I said, Meetup is a great way to do that. But gentlemen, evaluate the people that you are hanging out with the most, because they are the people that will either help you and build you up or that are holding you back. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll be back with the 4th dimension, the big one, coming up soon. Gentlemen, have a good evening.